What's up, folks? Welcome back to the stream. I am Accidental Grenade, and we are back. And my headphones were messing up there for a second, but we are back for some more BetRivers Poker action. Let's get right into that action. We are currently 3 tabling at the moment. Just chilling. Could use a little help in this brawl PKO. I think we probably just ship this in right away here, even though, I mean, this is a PKO, so we don't have the fold equity that we normally are looking for, but I think ace-5 suited still is gonna pass muster for me. This might be one where, like, you change this in a PKO, though, especially in a low-stakes PKO, where like, people are just gonna call, like, overcall to bounty hunt like a ton, but I don't know. I'm shipping it. It gets around this far now. We actually do damage to this guy's stack, and we do a ton of damage to this guy's stack. So, like, if he's limping and not limping from, like, a limp trap perspective, you know, we have a decent chance to just get this through, I think. But like I said, people will still just hunt, so, like, they might just be like, fuck it. Yeah, he said fuck it, and they've got 6s. Today, do you remember to turn the music down today? Actually, not outlook not so good. Hey, Bink, we'll take that. The music is down now. And then, you know, when in doubt, we just get there. Man! Oh, what the fuck is this? You're just hunting. So it feels like, to me, like, this should not be super strong. Like, this is where I get myself in trouble in a PKO, though. Like, am I just gonna re-jam here now? But then you're gonna fold, and I'm gonna be caught with my dick in my hand. No, see, this is what we wanted. We wanted to be up against this 10-6. Right? That's what we wanted. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted, chat. We've got a straight here on the river with pocket 7s. I mean, I shouldn't have too much 7x, right? Like, this, I feel like, has a chance to get called, because, like, I just don't have a lot of 7s. I have ace-7 suited, I have 7s. Maybe. I might have ace-7 suited here, I have 7s. Unfortunately, we don't get paid, though. This is the $20 brawl PKO, or $20 uppercut PKO. I'm very annoyed that that guy flopped 2 pair with 10-6, by the way. We knew where we were at, and I think it's still a good spot to take when they're willing to call us with that garbage, right? Because even though we found ourselves in the worst case scenario against ace queen instead of, like, against ace queen or ace jack instead of against, like, 10s, 9s, etc., right? Like, we do find some flips in there against the other player. If we just win the better than flip against the 10-6, we end up right back where we started, I think, in that one. And if we happen to win both, we get a bounty and we have heaps. So I don't know. It seems fine. PKO is just a little bit tilting because there's a lot of those situations where just, like, I don't know. You know, variance is just piled on. Where, like, if we run good, we get a ton of bounties, steamroll the whole goddamn tournament. If we run bad, well, you saw what happens. Where's it gonna lead? What I do know is the way she dance makes shorty alright with me. Alright, how can I automate lowering the music volume? Could I have it somehow tied to when my microphone first receives noise? I might be able to automate that and take out the stupid human element, aka me. We're 3-betting here. With ace jack. We'll see bet on the ace 10 deuce flop. Oop a draw. Thanks for the highlight, SMF. Appreciate you. AG has the Chumbawamba volume controls. It gets knocked down, but it gets up again. Well, like, I don't know. I always raise the music for the intro. Maybe I just shouldn't even raise the music for, like, the countdown or, like, the going live screen. Does it even matter? That's how they got those 150 babies? Yeah, man. Just fucking sending it. That is what happens in these lower stakes PKOs, which is frustrating because I think I've run very poorly in them recently, but like it's literally just me constantly getting hands like that and them just like never failing to hit. Like they just never fold. And I still can't win. Like I'm just literally like shipping in premium hands. And I'm like 0 for 15 in my last ventures into these $10 and $20 PKOs. Like over 15 in terms of fucking cashing, not even talking about like winning the damn thing. Although, what did I run good in 2 nights ago? That was that the brawl? Or the it was the mini Sunday starter, so it wasn't a PKO. We keep throwing things and slamming the doors. Like here, we're gonna jam this in. Actually, we're just gonna raise. Okay. I'm all in. Here we're all in with jacks. They 3-bet us. They fold. Kings here on 10-5-3. It's the other thing that can happen. They have aces. All right, you know what? Fine, you win. I will not re-enter with 2 minutes remaining and play another bullet in the brawl PKO. We're just gonna give up. Goodbye. Ace Jack loses the 10-6, and then we run kings into aces for when I have fucking 10 big blinds. Poker, baby. Poker. I got some glitch tickets to use, so I'm gonna play a $5 cubed SNG. Oops. I bought a Keychron mechanical keyboard, but I returned it. I want a keyboard that is much more expensive, so I'm trying to save my shekels. I want a Digma Raise 2, and you will scoff at the price, I assure you, but I do want it. I think I will save up for it. This is, yeah, I don't know. You know, everybody, I think when you make money in life, everybody's allowed to have some like area where they spoil themselves. My stream is that place for me. I don't really spend money anywhere else. I have no vices. I don't really overeat. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't gamble too much, to be quite honest, even though I play a lot of poker. I don't do much of anything. This is my passion and my hobby and where I spend money. So I am saving up for a Digma raise too. But I say saving up. I'm not ready to. I'm not going to buy it yet. I'm not going to buy it yet. Sometime this year, probably. But not yet. But it's a split ergonomic keyboard that costs a pretty penny. We got to walk here. We would have called off. Shocked you don't have 3 sticky notes for the music. No, I don't use the sticky notes for the stream anymore. I used to use them for poker play. I don't use them for that anymore either. I have become the sticky note, which is effective and ineffective. All right, we'll stab once here because we have no piece of this. We love that it works. Kings, that looks familiar. We're gonna limp kings. Against 2 passive players. Real genius move. Now the board pairs and it's double suited. Fantastic. What could possibly go wrong here? Yep. Step 1 in what could go wrong. Yep, step 2. Here we go. Okay, never mind. Moan it in. Names that I'm not saying. My mind's made up anyway. Picking the high road, going above ya. This is the last time that I'm gonna trust ya. You can say what you have to say. My mind's made up anyway. Might work a lot, but it's not gonna work today. Okay, guy just does not know how to click the bet button if he doesn't have something, apparently. Which is nice for us, but I should be clicking it myself then. Where's Pi when you need him? You can say what you have to say. My mind's made up anyway. Jamming here on river with the nut low. We win the side here. Ace King wins the main in the satellite. Jack 3. I think Jack 3 is just good enough. Hate when they also have a jack. That's rude. A lot of chops. A lot of chops. That's one of them. Sure, we'll check, I guess. I don't know. Should we just always put them in? Probably not. And now we're just going to jam. We're not going to risk them being able to just check back here and see a card. They've got the flush draw. We've got the pair. It's a fair fight. It's not so fair when they win it, though. All right, they've equalized. Lost our flip. Too shallow to limp trap, I think, off a, like, unless we're super nutted. Wow, they have ace jack. What a fucking setup. King queen versus ace jack. We need a king or a queen on le river. Alright, not dead, but might as well be. 0.25 plays 11 big blinds. 10-4, good buddy. Are you my good buddy? Let's find out. No, not wouldn't seem that way. GG's. Well, people pay for keyboards blows my mind. I'm starting to get repetitive stress injury, I think, from streaming and working an office job for an extremely long period of time. I've spent an inordinate amount of time on a computer. So for me, it's sort of like, I wouldn't say medicative, but it's sort of, I'm approaching it sort of as a health conscious long-term decision. Like for me, it's more of like a comfortability and like making sustained long-term, like long amounts of time at a computer not painful to me. You know what I mean? So like if you look at it through that lens, I think maybe you could understand a little bit. I'm not at the point where I feel like I have like chronic pain as a result of using a computer, but I think I'm like looking down the barrel of that future, if that makes sense. I've got 9s here. I'm gonna fold river, I think. Couldn't survive with a keyboard, doesn't have a numpad. I bought a macro pad that I think I'm going to use as a numpad when I need a numpad. I thought of that too. I have considered looking at computers that have, or keyboards that have numpads, but I think I can get used to using the top row numbers. And for poker, I have my preset sizings. If I need to type in a number and I have to do it on the top row numbers when I need to type in a number, I think it's fine. But yeah, the split keyboard rabbit hole is insane, because like the top end keyboards, I mean, there are keyboards out there that are like $600, $800, $1,200. The one I'm looking at is like $450, maybe $500, depending on the options that you go with. I still don't know if I still don't completely know if I'll pull the trigger. It's not 2/3 of a keyboard though. Because like, then I understand like if you enter numbers a lot and you use a numpad, you might feel that it's useful or even essential. But if you practice, you can be just as fast entering numbers on the top row. Like it's just teaching your fingers a different aim. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not, I don't think there's like an innate thing that makes the number pad that much faster. Like it might be marginally faster because the cluster of numbers is like closer together. Okay, right? Like there might be like marginal gains. But unless you're like literally tabulating, like all you do at work is tabulate spreadsheets or enter numbers for like strings of whatever, I don't think it really moves the needle once you like close that practice gap. And the other thing is you can just very, very easily purchase a USB numpad. So like if you get the 10 keyless or the 60% keyboard or whatever like that, the buying like an external numpad is like no problem. So if like the keyboard that you buy that's more expensive, nicer mechanical keyboard is like a vast improvement on your typing experience, which for me at least is the vast majority of how I use a computer compared to like entering number strings, then like you just get another USB accessory. You just get a USB accessory numpad, you have that guy sitting plugged in off to the corner, and when you need to enter you need to do your calculations for your monthly budget or whatever, you bust that bad boy out and then you throw it back in the corner. Not really that difficult. All right, we're going to call along here instead of trying to ISO with the Jack 10 suited. Flop comes Jack 6 Queen. Starting with a check and seeing a pot bet and a call. I don't think Jack 10 suited without a diamond on the board is going to hold up here super well to this kind of claim staking. Now, like, they check on the turn, which is always, like, that drives me fucking nuts. Yeah, nobody has even close to Jack 10. Cool. Alright, shows what the fuck I know. Should have just ISO'd the damn bounty. Like, this is where, like, the disconnect is crazy, man. Like, some of these players are only betting, like, premiums in those spots and just always have it. And then you have these guys with, like, each have, like, a pair of 8s and garbage putting in heaps. It's so hard with the limited information to figure out who the fuck I'm up against. Which maniac type am I playing against? Like, which flawed poker player am I up against? But I mean, I don't know. I think when you say you couldn't survive with a keyboard without a numpad, I think there are hardcore programmers who use keyboards without a numpad. So, like, maybe you're in a role that enters way more numbers than a hardcore programmer. It's possible. Like, there are some very Excel-focused roles that need a numpad. But again, a USB numpad is probably like $30 on Amazon. Not even. The first one I found is $17. You want a mechanical one, $53. I'm also on board for buying a nice keyboard. Just needs the numpad for me. That's fair. The more I looked into... So I bought this Keychron keyboard. I bought one that had a numpad. I was in the same boat as you, and I liked it okay. But I don't think it solves my ergonomic issue. I really want a split tinted keyboard. And the more I look into those, they're expensive because it's sort of a novel, new-ish approach to, like, keyboard ergonomics. And they never have a numpad, so it's just sort of like, well, do I just want a mechanical keyboard because clicky sound cool, or do I actually want, or do I want a keyboard for the reason that I started looking into these keyboards in the first place, which was because my hands are starting to fucking hurt occasionally, like ache after working and streaming all day. I'm also looking into getting, I was looking at the Keychron M5 vertical mouse for the same reason. It's like a vertical mouse, so you hold it like this and click, and it's supposed to be better for your hand shape, your ergonomics again. All right, this is pretty good. We know you're not folding, like, easily. Don't even tell me you caught runner diamond. I'm all in, offering up the bootay. Oh, they have ace-4. They were trapping. Holy shit, we almost covered them too. That would have been amazing. I bet those maniacs have full keyboards. What the... The maniacs I'm losing to in the PKOs? Yeah, I bet they do, because the vast majority of anybody on the internet has a full keyboard. It's the default configuration. It's like saying, I bet they have 1080p monitors. Yeah, fucking everyone does, except me. Except the weird niche people. Interesting flop, eh? We got the second nut flush draw and middle pair. What a weird spot with a bounty in the mix. Everybody's gonna check, right? We're all friends here. I don't think we want to bet and just open it up to being like fucking yeeted on. Okay, now we want to open it up to being fucking yeeted on. We're gonna do the yeeting ourselves, in fact. One? How about 20? I don't really care if we scare the other player off. Just in case they have the king of spades, I gotta charge. Like, there's too many people in the pot. I want to charge the king of spades if it's out there. But yeah, anyway, I've been using this. I bought this, I have a Stream Deck, but I also bought this mechanical keyboard macro pad. I'm using it for several things. I'm using it for my stream. I'm using it for normal like computer navigation. I have a bunch of macros on here that I use for work and just for like regular navigation. Like one of these wheels I have on my regular computer thing. I have it set to be Control Z and Control Shift Z. So if I need to undo or redo anything, scrolling the scroll wheel is very satisfying. But I'm trying to learn right now. I'm trying to level up my content creation game. It's going to be a very slow process, but I'm trying to learn video editing. And I'm gonna macro a whole bunch of. I've started to macro a whole bunch of DaVinci Resolve keyboard shortcuts onto this pad too, which I think will be very useful. So I've been using this. I can use this to. I made my own hotkeys. We jam Ace King here in the satellite before the break, called by King 4. And they hit a 4. For some reason they call us in the small blind here. They give me a thank you, well played. Thanks. Boom. All right, we'll be right back. Poker, everybody. Be right back. Which button opens Microsoft Edge? None, but I should have one for a Copilot probably. Bing Copilot. Microsoft Copilot. I don't use AI that much actually, really though. Just to sort of test its limits, which are always to me very disappointing. But I mean, I will say I haven't, you know, paid for any fucking tokens. I haven't done any vibe coding, which and like paid for like the premium memberships to actually make it good. So I can't really speak. I don't feel I can really speak to AI's capabilities because I just use the bullshit free tier that everyone gets, right? Which I assume obviously is not what it's fully capable of. All right, obviously we're calling off here. We have no chips left after losing ace king to king 4 right before the break. Now we have to probably miserably watch our journey end here unless we can find some hearts. We got 30% three ways, not so bad. It's pretty bad now. Ace 6 comes out best and we are out of there. Let's actually move this. We're gonna do that. And here we're gonna 4-bet. Kings versus aces, everybody. Could this stop happening to me? Fuck me, man. Like, we just should get away, right? When they 5-bet. I just keep losing more and more tournament lives. We've been running pretty bad lately. We'll get this slot ready for the Benjamin. Yeah, we bust kings to aces, 5-bet pot. We 4-bet, they 5-bet jam. I was gonna 4-bet jam when we 4-bet. I don't want to fold. We had already 4-bet that exact same player once, 4-bet, and they folded. So like that is just enough meta where like I'm not even considering folding the kings. Not that I really would be great at folding them in general. I think like it's really hard to in an online game. It's really hard to fold kings. Queens, I think you definitely can. Sometimes in specific situations, kings is pretty tough. Raise here with ace-7 hearts. And we'll bet. And we'll just jam the turn here. I've got so many outs. If they're ahead, and you know, we're gonna get them to fold some things that might be ahead of us there, even I think for some players. And we don't really mind just taking it down right there. All right, so we got the Benjamin, and we've got, this is going to be the Hamilton. So we're 4-tabling. Windows key plus ED. Yeah, but that's like 3 consecutive key presses, bro. Also, I think it's Windows key and then ED, not Windows key plus ED, right? You're not even putting your you're not even writing your notation correctly. No, but Edge for me actually is Windows key and then the number 2. I have Windows key and 1 set up to open just like the most commonly used folder on my computer. And I basically use that as a shortcut to just get to Windows Explorer. Like if I need to look at any file on my computer, I press Windows key 1 first, and that's going to open that folder, and then I navigate from there. And then Edge, my browser, is number 2. I think I have WhatsApp actually is number 3, and then like YouTube, shortcuts to YouTube and Twitch as like Edge apps as 4 and 5. So if I press like Windows key plus 1, it opens a folder. If I press Windows key plus 2, it opens a browser basically. I could set those up on my macro pad, but it's such an easy shortcut on my computer that I don't do that. But the idea with the macro pad is I wanted to get into something like video editing, which has a lot of like complex video shortcuts that'll take me a while to learn. But if I set them up on the macro pad and then I like create a little cheat sheet that has like a diagram of the macro pad and where those buttons are, I can learn that muscle memory pretty quickly, and I can navigate things like that pretty quickly. We'll see. I don't know if it'll be the secret sauce that makes me really take to like video editing, but I'm trying, you know. We raised here 3 people call. This always happens in the Hamilton. I feel like people in the $5 Lincoln and the $10 Hamilton on BetRivers, you see so many like 80+% VPIP people. It's crazy. Like nobody folds pre. We're like, there will be 4 people at your table that don't fold any hands pre, basically, like every time I'm in this tournament. I'm not gonna bet, but I have a king. Even ace, you have a 5 as well. Might as well be the nuts. Definitely wasn't getting ace 5 to fold, I don't think, after all that checking. We'll raise here with 8-6 suited. Take it down. Back, guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? There's a cool suite of if you, I don't know if you're familiar with Power Toys, Taco, but I feel like you would dig this. There's a cool like power user suite of stuff called Power Toys on Windows that you can download. Gives you a lot of stuff in terms of like just little extra power user stuff, like better ways to take screenshots and annotate them, like some OCR stuff. It gives you like this stuff called fancy zones, where you can like drag, you can like set up custom zones and drag windows into them, and they'll snap to them, to snap to like specific like dimensions on your computer. There's a lot of cool stuff to it. It's got a color picker, which like for graphic stuff I've used a bunch. I use the search that Power Toys provides, which is like Alt plus space, and you can, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can search on your computer. It's like a more powerful universal search than just like Explorer search. Oh boy, I should have used the bathroom over the break. I am gonna sit down for unrelated reasons. Just an unrelated note, I'm gonna not stand at the standing desk. Who sent? You sent for me? Call. Check. I call. I check. I check. Yeah, you can have it. First king of controversy. I am the worst thing since Elvis Presley to do black music so selfishly and use it to get myself wealthy. Yay, there's a concept that works. 20 million other white rappers. When they call pre, they're generally not going to have much around 7-6-4. They're going to have the higher cards. Going to bet large on the flop there with absolute garbage. Not garbage here, though. Raising aces. Aces are going to take the lead on the turn and get paid on the river. Got to call out at 8-6. So here's the queen 10 suited here. Raise king 9 here. I get 2 callers. Flop is king at 10-4. I'm gonna start with a check here. Just a little bit like of a precarious hand. 5, huh? That's a chunky bet. Yeah, well, now we just give up. That's silly. Up here I had queen 10 of spades, but I raised pre and then small blind led, big blind called on 7-7-4, 2 spades. My thinking here is like, I think lead is really weird. First of all, could be a 7, could just be a 4, but we're not. I mean, we're flipping with, we're doing really well against the 4. Obviously, horrible against the 7. And when the big blind flats, like it's very like, it's very tailored towards strength. When the small blind leads and the big blind flats, like they're, my fear is that they have a better flush draw than us with spades, or they are the ones with a 7, and we're way behind that again. Just gonna call here. I don't think we're 3-bet jamming this hand. We go check here. I'm gonna check again. Bet river and take it down. And like when they take that very passive line there versus like big blind where they should at least be like trying to c-bet and take it down, I think that almost makes me even feel better about folding where I did with the queen 10 of spades, because like they're wanting to bet when they have strong hands and not bet otherwise. If they're missing c-bets, they're missing them because they're too weak, right? They're not missing the ones where they're strong, right? Which you can sort of extrapolate. A better lover in the UK. Eden was asking me yesterday to do a British accent, and she was asking me to come up with a random sentence, and the random sentence that came to my mind that I kept repeating, and I'm not great at accents. I can mimic them decently well, though. I can modulate my voice if I've heard them recently, but I hadn't heard anything British recently, so I had to go into my mind palace and think about like British actors, and the closest analog I came up with, the sentence I came up with was, I went to the store today to buy some potatoes. To buy some potatoes. To buy some potatoes. I went to the store today to buy some potatoes. It's very like Jason Statham. It's very Jason Statham coded. Something out of maybe a character in like Snatch or something, but I will tell you, I think I could be decent at doing accents if I practiced. I'm not that great off the cuff. I will tell you, listening to a 7-year-old try to do an accent is very, very funny, because she can barely, you know, like modulate her voice generally. Like, like any voices are very funny. And yeah, listen to her try to repeat my accent, and she'd be like, I'm British. I am British. I went to the store today to buy some potatoes. Like it's very she just like sort of mashes her mouth together. Very funny. All right, so we went with a 3-bet here. We're getting 4-bet jammed on, so we're gonna be folding our Jack 10 suited. Tail between our legs. Gonna probably have a big ISO here with pocket jacks. Yeah, we're just gonna be shipping it in here with Jack. Call me Mr. Incredible, because I love Jack. My ISO, jacks versus 9-7 suited. Looking to hold, no 6, please. Fuck you. You gotta be kidding me. You have to be jerking my chain. And then they left the table. Jesus, sorry. I flatted a raise here with ace-6. Then it was like 3-bet, 4-bet. Yeet, yeet, yeet. What is this? 7.5 big blind raise. I was unaware. It's called Power Toys, actually. Ace King versus Ace Jack. They for some reason raised to 7.5 big blinds with Ace Jack. Hold. All right, at least we win that one. That makes me feel better. That was a lot more chips, actually, and still a bounty, obviously. Kings here in the Hamilton. Are we going to run into aces again? Let's find out. When it comes to me 5-betting, I am not choosing another sizing here in the $10 tournament. We are just shipping it in with King King. Kings versus Ace King. Ace in the window. Hey, we didn't run into aces. Per se, anyway. We ended up losing to aces. A pair of them. Game has no mercy sometimes, I'm telling you. Just no mercy. I knew you were gonna raise. Through the ringer, but they can do little to the middle finger. I think I got a tear in my eye. I feel like the king of my world. Haters can make like bees with no stingers and drop dead. Abilities of the father, so solemnly swear to always treat this roof like my daughters and raise it. You couldn't lift a single shingle on it, cause the way I feel, I'm strong enough to go to the pub and lift the whole liquor counter up, cause I'm raising the bar, shoot from the moon, but I'm too busy gazing at stars. I feel amazing and I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand. Walk this ever weather, cold or warm. If you feel like you been down the same road. Down. All right, all in here with ace jack. Ace nine of clubs wins a big one there. Let's raise ace nine of spades. Or just play a five-way pot here, probably. Looking at the V-pips. No? Ooh. Ooh. In a bounty tournament, I gotta try to come along. Spades, please. Double gut shot. Peculiar. Probably got a call. You didn't jam. Okay. You have aces. 27%. Hit it. 8 or a king. All right. Maybe a little thirsty on my part. Maybe a little thirsty. Might be a little thirsty on my part. The bounty was min. I don't know. Double gutted is weird to get away from, though. $27% for that stack and the bounty. It's not great, but it's not horrible. What were the odds we were getting after we were in there? Like they bet. We had to basically call 16 to win. To win 45 plus the bounty. Yeah, I think it's decent, honestly. This is so sad to see when I have 20 big blinds fucking raise 3-bet. Premiums everywhere tonight. Monsters in the closet. Thankfully we got away. Sadanoia, Sadanoia. Now maybe we just sort of folded pre with the ace nine suited. 3-betting is pretty nutted. Raise here with king 3. They just fold. They're all in at risk here. 4s running into pocket 9s. Whoa, what a card for the pocket 4s on the turn, and they make the flush on the river. Runner, runner. What a beautiful card to see for pocket 4s with a club when the 9s don't have a club right there. Picking up the flush draw and the open ender. Ace king for us. Let's min raise the ace king, I think. Actually, never mind. Just jam the ace king. These guys don't 3-bet at all. We're more likely to just get called for the jam than we are to get 3-bet by these guys, I think. So I prefer to just jam it, I think. Obviously, if there's an ace high board and we can stack off against like a worse ace, you know, we love that, but we're sort of contriving an ideal situation, I think. Pocket nines up here. Let's bet the flop. Cool. Less about mothers. It's all about fast cars and cussing. It's how I'm programmed to function. Three betting here with ace queen of clubs. Small blind goes call, call. I'm not a sinner. Everything's cool as long as I'm... We are 6th of 17 in the Benjamin. Raising the ace deuce. We want to. Nobody will. We can dance. We can dance. Safety dance. Safety dance. Barrel with the ace, deuce with the ace of diamonds, nut flush draw. We'll take it down. We'll get in the mix here with a 10-6 suited because we cover everyone here. We flop a pair and a flush draw. We get all the chips in right now, I think. Good luck, us. Pair and a flush draw, trying to hold against the Jack 3. That just for some reason just never wants to get away. Just continued to feel priced in, I guess. We love to see it. That's $20 in bounties locked up here in the $20 uppercut PKO. Gonna get a little greedy here. We're gonna try to flat the 5-4 suited. All in here with ace 10. Called by ace 7. Let's hold. Please. Please hold. All right, double up in the Grant, back up to 18th of 37. I could tell you could tell it, I was taking my time. Well, all the draws brick. Good call with the 6-5. Surprise 6-5 with the 5 of hearts calls flop, to be honest. That part is a little insulting. But beyond that, you know, their call in river makes sense. Pretty surprised that that one even calls the one big blind bet on flop. Got a bad flush draw. Was it 4-10-9 was the flop? All hearts. Let's have a bad flush draw. Backdoor straight draw on a all heart board. Doesn't seem amazing. Queen 6 of spades. We defend our big blind here. They raised a 3. We called. This is a pretty easy just fold here. Ace 9 claims 2 bounties here. Wow, on a 10-8-7 king 9 board. We're 5th of 31 in this one. Just gonna flat here. Pocket 10s. We'd 3-bet this sometimes for sure as well. End up with an overpair to the board. Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna get so we avoid the disaster there. I didn't think we were gonna get called unless we were way fucking behind. So we're not gonna represent the ace. I mean, maybe in some sick way we might have been able to bluff the kings off of that one on the ace river, but I'm happy just to have avoided just jamming on turn right into the face of the pocket kings. Maybe we'll I'm gonna screenshot this one, or actually just clip that. I'm just gonna clip that. I want to run that by somebody whose game I respect, see if there's ever a chance. Like, we know, I know where I'm at on that river. Like, when they check, there's no way they have an ace, right? They have a pair between my tens and the aces, I think, so often. So do we actually just like fucking go for a crazy bet check bet bluff representing the ace against a player that we know has like a big premium, or representing sets, or like what ace do we have? I guess we have like, maybe we have like flatted. So we have like ace nine suited. We have like, when we raise flop, would we raise flop with we might raise flop with like ace nine. We might raise flop with like ace five or ace four suited. We would raise flop with our sets. We would raise flop with our overpairs as we did. Yeah, I don't know. I think slam it in and on the ace might actually make sense here. I need to have those moves in my repertoire, you know? Because I felt like I knew where I was at there, and I felt like I was happy to lose a small pot to kings rather than a big one, but maybe we could have won that pot on that river. And maybe we're thinking too small. The hard part is I do think there are some players out there, even in the $100 Benjamin, that even when the ace comes, they're gonna be like, they raise flop. They don't have an ace. Why would they have an ace? They're gonna be like, they're like, I have kings. I have one of the best hands in poker. I'm never folding. And then you pull off like a well thought out bluff against the absolute worst player to try it against. Player has no chips here remaining. Are they gonna flick in their 0.19 big blinds? They're 47 chips right here. No, they're gonna wait and get blinded in next hand. Lol. Let's come along with the queen eight suited. Don't inflate the pot for no reason here, Milo, okay? Thank you. You neither, Dexter, but I mean, if you do it, we feel like you just have a fucking nutted hand. Although it's, you know, we haven't played that many hands against you. We have flop, top pair, and a flush draw. I'm ready to play for your $10 bounty, sir. I'm making that clear right here. That's enough jokes. Let's go. All right. I mean, that's really like tilting that it's gonna go min here, because like now we like can't just flat. Like, at least a big ISO makes me feel better about folding. Like, this guy's never actually folding. He might reopen it, which is the hard part for us. I'm gonna fucking flop two pair. Fuck you. You and your ace 10. You. He's here with pocket tens, hoping that this guy jams so we can just yeet over the top. That's the stuff right there. No, I'm not folding. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not folding to your ISO, Zachary, from based on what I've seen. Tens are too good in a bounty tournament. I snap. Hello! I would like to see what's going on here, Mila. Can you make a decision? It's ace queen. Can we hold, please? Hold. Yes! Yes, baby! Give me all those chips. Four, three, two, all I want go. Five. Man, at your head, I go Buffalo. Yeet! We gotta try to scare this person out. It might not work, but this is a huge bounty. I'm not folding anything. It's 10%. It's like even this person's stack is only 10% of our stack with what we've gained too. So like we just ISO, and it helps that the last hand then they saw us ISO or go for a lot of chips. We didn't have like garbage, right? Here we do have garbage, but we got 39% with that garbage. We flop a 7. Nice. We had ace 9 here, didn't work out for us. We're gonna re-enter this one. Oh, that's another big bounty and adding to our chip lead here in the uppercut. $40 in bounties now locked up. I have become the maniac. I'm just gonna flat here to try to keep the like shorter stacks like wanting to come along. We don't know our rival chip leader here. We haven't played any hands with them in the tournament so far. No idea what kind of player they are. Check's good. Check's good. Check's good. We can beat King Queen. I've been told, baby, you've been bored. I won't be your fool no more. I want that Dr. Dad booty. Got position on him. We got 10 times his stack. Finally. It takes about this for me to not feel like Dr. Dad's got me right where I want him. got me right where he wants me. Man, I've never said that phrase in that from that perspective before. Raise the Kojak. I better surrender. Three-way pot. Flop comes ace 9-5. All right, we took our stab. That was our stab. What a tiny fucking bet in position. It's so annoying that that gets me to fold. When she's away. Fold here. She's gonna stay. Just ain't no home anytime she goes away. Can't go for it here, sadly. If Dan jams, he doesn't though. Leave that thing alone. Sunshine when she's gone. We'll limp fold. I don't mind. When she's gone. Gonna need a hand to double again here in the Grant. Hopefully we might have to wait until after the break to get it. We'll find out. Fours could be it. Yeah, fours will be a jam for us here. Good luck us. We're all in. No. No. Why? Why are they always lurking in the fucking big blind, man? Give me a sailboat. It's a sailboat. It's an ace on the turn, though. They're just lurking in the big blind. Oh, it's the worst, dude. It's the worst. We gotta play this hand before the break. Check. I can't believe we hit the 4 on the flop and then they just drew the ace on the turn as well. Like they had to give me run bad twice in that hand. It wasn't enough that I just ran 4s and aces. I had to run 4s and aces and then get hope again just to get We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Raising here in the Benjamin. Getting jammed on. We're gonna fold. Let's play a little cash game. Queens take out the ace 10 here. Player took the cheap lead from us. Queen 9 will be a fold for us. Down here we'll fold 9-5. I fold this to, yeah, close. But it being under the gun and under the gun +1, we'll exit here. Good pot odds, but fuck you. Limp here at the 850. Naya checks. We'll bet here on the A-side board. Cool. That was a new table that popped up there. That's going to be our $5 undercard PKO. I think I'm skipping the $50 title fight tonight. So raise here with pocket eights. Okay. Play out of position with our eights. Flop is ace, queen, deuce. Not the greatest start because we're going to end up check folding here. Three bet squeezing here. Player says ship it after I 3-bet squeeze with queen 10 suited. That doesn't seem perfectly ideal. Oh, they folded after saying ship it, so we flatted here. Here we flatted as well. See about here they snap call. They have queen 9. Oh my god. Good god, fucking queen 9. Nice hand. Yeah, thanks, bro. We got ace queen here. King 10 here. So we squeezed and queen nine off called. And they had the perfect hand to hit top pair against us and then two pair on the turn when we hit top pair. I don't know. I feel like the variance in cash games is killing me a little bit too. Like, why can't they just have fucking king nine, ace nine? They have to have queen nine. I think some of those players are still going to stack off with the king nine or ace nine, and we're going to print. Yeah, I think we can raise here with jack four suited. Probably fold to both 3-bet jams though. Like, we fold to a 3-bet from this because you're a big threatening stack. We fold to your 3-bet because you have a min bounty. But we just want to build a stack with a suited hand where we could potentially play for bounties with a good hand. And we can also just like take it down pre. We can take it down with c-bet post, all that stuff. Take it down pre it is. Can't go after your bounty, Dan. Not on this hand anyway. Good luck if you send it in. It's got to be soon, right? There it is. GL. We won't be trying to claim it with queen 5. Maybe a mistake. I don't know. Like, we have way more chips than everyone else that's like remaining at the table. Not the guy to Dan's right, but he had already exited the hand. Ace 3 for Dan up against ace 9 for Mila. Mila he. Mila who. GG Dan. We're going to win it with the pair of queens. Let's raise here with ace 9 of clubs. Run away with me now. Deuces here. Got ace 9 of clubs here. Ow. Ooh, we would have gotten counterfeited. That would have been gross. We'll fold the ducks. Ace 10 of clubs will raise. Beaming to you, how's the poker holding up to you? Pretty good. Didn't reopen the action here, so we're just calling. Hmm. Hmm. We chop with another ace 10. Ha! Raise the ace 3. Flop is jack 10 9, all diamonds. And they bet out 2/3 pot from the big blind. Well, I mean, like, there are times when we might have to put up a fight here or see a turn, etc., etc. But with the ace 3-0, no diamond, it's not really one of them, I don't think. Gonna be the snippiest of snap folds. We'll check back here. Now I can see that falling apart the way that it used to be. Yeah. Deep down inside of me. Raise over the limps here with king 10 of spades. They fold. Five four suited here in the Hamilton. We flop an open ender. I held up well during the chaos of the Sunday storm. Poker's not treating me amazing so far, but we've got a good spot in this $20 uppercut. So we'll see what we can make happen here. Sure, we'll call one here and drill the turn. Nothing but a heartache. We both have 5-4 firm handshakes all around. Ace 4 suited here. Pair and a backdoor flush draw. Check. Now I got a pair, like bottom pair and a gut shot if a queen comes. 1 into 10, bruh. I don't have a good enough hand to raise you, but hey, there's our gut shot. You got an ace as well, my friend? Nope. Bounty mine. They had a 9. What did you have? You also had a 9. Galvanize. Come on, come on. Burp, 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 burp. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. We're gonna ISO jam here with King Queen. Love it. Ship it in. King Queen versus Queen 10 for another bounty here. We'll flop a queen. We've got 2 pair and have them dead on the turn. Flush for good measure on the river. Let's keep hoovering them up. You know I can hum and whistle at the same time? Tractor beam, suck me right in. Ace King suited versus Ace King suited. They chop in the Benjamin. Coffee. I was talking. Like me better when I'm with you. I like me better. I'm with you. I like me better when I'm with you. Raising here with Ace Queen. No ceiling. I like me better when I'm with you. Buddy okay says I spent most of the Sunday shoveling snow as fast as I could to keep up with the amounts. It's by Monday morning when the snowstorm stopped. I didn't have snow up to my knees and ankles. I should zip to my knees. At least it was decent where I could manage to finish it off. I've been so tired of shoveling a day in my life. Should maybe want to get the snowblower if there's anybody available. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a local neighborhood guy. We paid him $80. We have a very steep driveway. We paid him $80 to clear it for us. I don't regret it. Let's raise here with pocket twos. Take it down. I like me better when I'm with. I was looking at, they have like, have you heard of electric snow shovels, Money Be Okay? You should look into those because they're like, it's like a, there's one made by this company called, fuck, what's it called? It's made by a company called Ego Power, I think. And basically they make like a power attachment, and you can add on to the end of it. It's kind of a smart idea. You can add on to the end of it like a trimmer or a hedge clipper or there's a couple other, like there's like a rotating saw you can put on the end of it. And one of the things they make that you can put on the end of it is called an electric snow shovel. And it's really like shovel's kind of a misnomer. It's more like a little like miniature snow blower, snow plow. But yeah, it basically has like a rotating little like I don't know what you want to call it, like a spiral inside it, and it blows the snow as you push it. It's almost like pushing like a shuffleboard or something like that through the snow, and it shovels the snow as you go. We have made a wheel. Gotta try for the bounty. Boo to you, sir. I thought about just jamming flop. Obviously, now that we knew we got there, I wish we had. Not gonna go after the bounty with the 750. Some min bounty as well. Be wrong, but all I know you may be right. Even if this one goes in, we still don't go with 5-7, I don't think. 2 min bounties, not enough for me to like widen my range to basically any 2 cards, which is what 750 falls under. Can't imagine this will be folding though. Nope. Ace Jack tries to take out the King Queen of clubs. 2 clubs on the board, but also a jack. Ooh, that's a spicy river. The 3rd jack comes, but it is the jack of clubs. Gives the flush to the King Queen. Find someone to satisfy you. I might be as crazy as you say. We'll raise fold the jack 8 if it comes around to us. Nine, 8 of diamonds here, 3 ways. Wish this was like 7, 8 of diamonds. We at least had a gut shot to go along with this. Damn it, where is my turn diamond? At least give me like the turn 6 or the turn jacks. We pick up like something. King is a very bad card to see on the turn here when it goes check through. All I know, you may be right. Raising here with ace 8 of diamonds after the limp. A limp fold. $18.75 bounty. We're gonna flat to try to get after it if we can. Well, we flop a king. Check calls. They jam river, I think I fold. I'm targeting getting a call from like 9s, 10s, jacks here. Just because the bounty is so huge, if they call off with those hands, if they get stubborn and hero, I think we go for it. I don't think they're going to have a king much when they check river. We're going to 4-bet here. It went raise, min click. We got queens. Let's try to find out where we stand. Kind of asked and answered. I like my hand now. Carry more than just my secrets, to carry love of our own. We are still kids, but we're so. I've got a spade. Okay. King Deuce, did you even have a spade, Marcellus? Nope, I knew it. Pair of jacks in a dream, baby. Winter sucks. When are we all going to Vegas? I don't know when I'm going to Vegas next, but hopefully I'll get there this year. I like a trip to Vegas per year, maybe 2 trips at the most. But, you know, circumstances change. Maybe I'll end up in Vegas a lot more in my future life. This industry definitely could take me there, you know? I don't think I would live in Vegas proper if I lived there. I'd live in a suburb, especially with the little one, and hopefully it would be down the line where I can't even bet this flop against this player. Like, I can't. Because, like, they're not going to fold nearly as much as they should. I check. I think King High is going to be good against you a bunch of the time. Ace 4. Okay, fair enough. I don't think they're going to fold Ace 4. Maybe if I barrel again, but am I really going to barrel again with King Jack of Spades on this kind of run out? There's going to be a lot of the kind of run outs we'll see. Don't deserve this. Sadly, we're not going to hunt the big bounty here with King 10. I don't think King 10 is quite strong enough with 6 players yet to act behind. It is sad because it is a $19 bounty, which is huge in a $20 tournament. A big one. Well, the bounty's going to stay in play because this person doesn't cover it. In fact, we hope they call and double through this player because then they'll be even shorter and more accessible to us. But they get it through. We were going to fold the 10-5 here to the blind versus blind arrays. I'm going to jam here. Over the button limp, we're jamming. Oh my god, why do I always run into hands behind tonight? Like, why are you calling ace 6 too for 15 big blinds? Like, you don't have to be here. You didn't have to be there. You didn't have to make that call. That's a crazy call, dude. Over the limp. I think blind versus blind is one thing. Over the limp, I don't know. Maybe it's not a crazy call. It's not as crazy as I'm saying it is. I'm just tilted because like I keep getting snap called in the big blind when I jam the small blind. It's not actually that crazy. We're gonna have to ISO here with ace queen for sure. Ace queen versus ace jack and 9s. Oh my. Yes. Let's go. Double knockout, $15 coming my way. Baby. And extending our massive chip lead now. Yeah. All right, so we moaned it in the Benjamin. We got a double with the queen 9. I like the jam after the limp. I don't know how I feel about like a6 calling there. Like the limp for me at least would be enough that I would just back out. But you know, I did have queen 9. They were like correct. I don't know. Like a6 is a snap call if it's just blind versus blind. Maybe the limp doesn't change it as much as I like want it to. One table left, fingers crossed. Good luck, sir. Got queen 8 here. Check. Four, 5 gets there. Clubs miss though. Tight passive. Fold. Light it up like dynamite. Whoa, whoa. Got an open ender here. They're gonna bet way too much though. Got a pair here. Why are you betting so much? Why does everybody want to bet fucking pot all the time now? ISO jam here with 9-8 suited to protect the bounty if it comes in. It's not gonna come in. Raise here over limp with king king. we limp behind here with ace 5 suited. They min raise. This one we just raise and take. Kings here. Ace 5 we check. Bet 4 bigs here. Obviously we're folding here. I don't know what's going on here. The fuck? Take it down in the cash game there. Queen 10 2 pair up against the flush draw. If I go to Vegas on my own, it would probably be late June for the $300 buy-in at WSOP weekend. Yeah. That's a good one. That's not the Gladiator, is it? Is the WSOP 2026 schedule out? I don't see it on the website. Schedule, I see leading up to May circuit stuff. Has The WSOP 2026 schedule released. Lies. AI is lying to me. Surprise, surprise. Circuit schedule release, but not the main event. I mean, obviously it's similar every year, so I mean, I know you know what you're saying, but I was just looking to see if it actually was out. We raised here, we would call all holdings versus the big blind 3-bet if they jam. Just get it through though. We got min clicked here. We have pocket nines. Flop is Jack 10-3. I check. I call. Beat ace king and ace queen. Ace king and ace queen with the ace of spades are going to want to bluff here on river. I don't think we have the call in us. It's a small bet. Just feels like please don't fold. I don't think they're ever bluffing for this kind of sizing. Like if they're trying to bluff and represent a big flush, they're going to bet large. They're not going to bet the size that says, hey, please, please, please don't go away. Open for a 7 on the river. Queen on the river would have been dicey, but we probably would have been interested for that sizing for sure, at least. I forget the names. Last year I went early June and played the 500. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could look at the WSOP 2025 schedule. I don't know if that one, I don't know if that 300 you're talking about has like a special name. It said late June, $300 buy-in. I don't see a late June $300 buy-in on. Oh wait, I do. Yeah, that's the Gladiators of Poker. Okay, it is the Gladiators one. Yeah, event 67 Gladiators of Poker, no limit hold'em. Yeah, confirmed. Okay, so I was thinking of the right tournament. I just couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if that one was 300. I thought for some reason it was 600, but 600 is the Colossus. Yeah, that's what I'm getting confused. 600 is the Colossus, which is earlier typically. Yeah, it's in early June. Our final 2 tables here in the uppercut. We lost our chip lead. Do this player 3 to our left. We're also on the bubble. Ah, you're one of them Limpy Limperton brownie players, huh? Hold on my tongue, I want it. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Like, this 9's hand is weird. So we had 9s. We raise button. So we start the hand with like 36 big blinds. We raise button. Small blind min clicks it. So I don't know, like every option is weird. Like stack depth is a little weird. Like if we want to 3-bet, we can 3-bet not all in. Likely to just get a call from our opponent and then take a flop potentially. Maybe we get some folds. Depends on what, you know, what they're doing this min click nonsense with. We decide to call, and then they don't bet on the Jack 10x board. They check, and they bet 4 into 10 on the 8 turn, which is a spade, and they bet again on the another spade river. Yeah, like I have no idea here. We block a spade. Maybe that's enough. We beat ace king and ace queen. Like ace jack bets flop. What are they doing this with? They might just have spades. Just have ace queen of spades. I get eaten alive by too many value bets on river that we like against a total unknown, which is what this player was at the time. Now they are showing that they play a ton of hands. Didn't really want to look him up. I don't know. Weird hand though. Really curious what they were holding there. And it got us a little bit. We're 30 of 37 now. So in this one, there's a player at the other table who's got like 2 big blinds. We should be ITM soonish. Yeah, the Gladiators 300 definitely. Gladiators of poker. Ace and a queen. Going in, drinking Henny, and I'm trying to forget. Can't get the shit out of my head. Oh, jeez. Haven't 3-bet at all, but 23 big blinds. I mean, we got a call. Give me an ace. Two huge bounties. Doesn't really matter. Yes! Hold! Hold, baby! Yes! That's $44 in bounties with that beautiful ace on the flop and then holding through the hand. Plus, now we're ITM. Yeah, baby! If it goes on, what can you do? And we got the chip lead back in spades. Actually, we got the chip lead back in 1 spade. It's the queen of spades, but I'm better now. Not around. I never meant to let you down, but it gave you anything. gave you everything. I swear to you I'll be okay. Check it. Check it. Would have gave you everything away. Check it. You had a 9 this whole time? You had extra gloves this whole time? Yeah, we're in the Rockies. Tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Get back. All the cool done run out. I'll be giving it my bestest, but nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I hesitate no more, no more. King 10 going after the 8-6-0 that decided to put some chips in for some reason. And gets there with runner. Gotta love the game. Oh, the player got moved away too. I wanted a chance to get another short stack. I want the short stacks at the table. 5's hunting the bounty of the ace-10 here. But ace-10's gonna double. It's Never closer to you. Zute ba 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 ba. Too long checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer. Fogged up the glass, so I drew a new face and I laughed. I win? I win! Yay! We all in here with King Jack of clubs. Sky is yours, so please don't, please don't, please don't. There's no need to complicate. King Jack versus Ace King and King 6. We flop a straight. That's amazing. Ace King here. What do you got, son? King 3 hold. Hey, got another one. Send me another 1250. Raise here with Queen 10 of diamonds. My father took me into the city to see the marching band. Ace Jack here, he raised over a limp. Jamming turn. Ace Jack here. You haven't raised much. Rebet also reasonable, I think. This could get dicey. Queen Jack deuce. Not folding yet. Yes, we beat Ace King on the river. Let's go. We are hoovering up the bounties so good in this tournament, folks. Massive chip lead, 1 of 8 here on the FT. Min raise here with pocket 8s. And we're gonna raise here with King Jack. And see the absolute worst turn card, maybe? What? They just open folded on flop as we checked the 8s and they just folded. All right. Just a free pot in the $100 Benjamin. All right, we'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. Slowly. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Still wish we had position on like a better position in this guy. It's okay. Nobody's like they're all like shallow compared to us, but nobody's super duper like objectively shallow with a big bounty. We left our one cash table to find another one because it was heads up. We don't really want to play heads up cash. So you see where the ace five suited. We're at a new table, yes. Yes, maybe. Kind of. Ace five suited, we get one caller. Flop is 9-8-3, so we're gonna bet just to try to fold out like King Jack, King 10, King Queen. Okay, give up now. Yep, I give up. Weird bet on river. Like, you have a small pair. You have a better kicker than me on an ace. If we lose to some, like, what plays like this that wants to make this bet on river? You actually have a 9? You don't. You have deuces, and I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Nice bet. Nice hand. It just didn't feel like you ever had anything that was betting for value there. I guess sort of weird that the deuces don't just check back. If they can get value from me, then I guess it's good. Felt like there were just a lot of draws. The draws though, they bet bigger, right? Like the small bet, it's sort of a giveaway. We raise and take here. We're gonna be raising a lot. As chip lead here. On the highway. Everybody just limped along here. We flop a gut shot in the $5 undercard. Up here are threes. We raise, get two callers. Flop is 9 deuce 4. We're gonna begin with a check here. We'll just fold turn. $11 big blinds open. What the fuck, man? I have suited connectors. Get out of here. The fuck is this? Raise here with the king 10. We're playing for the bounty if the heart comes on river, so we bet big. We thankfully just, not thankfully, but we do just take it down on the turn. Probably we're just calling a heart worse than ours. King 4, we're not going to hunt the bounty even though it's a decent one. Ace King calls. King Queen at risk. Rooting for a queen. Rooting for a 9 or an ace. GG to that player. We ladder. Small ladder. We've locked up $31.56 in the cash now, in addition to $124 in bounties. We're gonna limp here with ace-8 suited in the Benjamin. And we'll fold to the jam. King 8 suited up here, we raise and take. And here in the undercard, we've got aces. Free betting this player calls. Yikes. What is this flop, man? I call. What do you got? They flopped a straight. Give me a queen. Oh my god, we did it. That's what you get for flat calling fucking queen 9. Flat calling my 3-bet with queen 9-0. Player all in here, obviously not with any fold equity. We got jacks here. This player's wild, so we're getting wild in their face. Of course, the fucking maniac has aces. God damn it, dude. We flop a jack. I am moaning it in so good tonight, chat. I am moaning it in so good on a splash pot here in BetRivers Poker. I am moaning it in with the best of them. Let's go. Ship it. I'm on my toxic arc. Get it, get it. We're obviously still chip leading here. We laddered to 42.57, so we've made like 150 in this turn, or 166 in this tournament, 167. Player all in here. King Queen versus King Queen. Diamond free roll, but they chop it up. Not a horrible outcome for us. The bounties stay in play for us to claim. Like, we want this $39 bounty especially to stay in play. But it wasn't covered, so we might have actually liked for them to get gutted down to nothing and us have a chance to snipe it, but either way. Either way. All in here in the Hamilton, we get immediately snap called by a player to our left, which is not necessarily what we're looking for when we hold ace-10 off. This is like one of our worst jams, maybe our worst jam from here. It's king 9 though. Hold. All right, we'll take it. Don't stop. Get it, get it. All right, we're gonna fold our ace 5 here, even though this is king 9 fella. Or lass. Anybody want to go buck wild? We got kings. Limps will not be tolerated. It's fine. I'd rather do that than just take a three-way pot for no chips in the middle with kings. I'd rather that be the outcome. Going after the bounty here on the turn is Ion. Another player folds. All right, nothing, no other moves here. We're gonna be all in with aces, folks. All in the Benjamin with the ace. Raise fold from our opponent. Sad to see it. Moaning in with jacks is just cruel, mostly because that never happens to me. Fair enough. Oh, see bet here with queen jack, king on the turn. Beat the queen 5. Ace 10 here we raise. Raising free here with pocket queens. This player raises into us when we had this massive chip lead, which is curious. I feel like there's not a lot of that, but you know, we're gonna still defend our king high, king 6. And we'll bet flop. They fold. Raising here with ace jack suited. Two players behind call and button and small blind. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm gonna fold actually. I think they're gonna have a lot of draws that get there on the turn. They're gonna have a 6 more than I am. We're not gonna Go crazy here. What is going on here? It's been clicked. I'm passing on my ace jack. Like there's some funkiness going on here. OMG. Let me guess, you folded a 9? Freaking weird. Why would you why would you say this? It's the guy who taps you at the table and says, motherfucker, 10-6, what the fuck? What the fuck? I think this player just doubled here. Damn close here with the 7-6 suited. This guy's crazy, man. I don't know. ISOing in the bounty tournament, though. Ace Queen has to be good to go with here. What do we think, guys? How hairy is this gonna get? Ace Queen hold 51% 4 ways. King Queen flops us straight. We don't get there. King 7 makes a 7. 9-7 makes a 7. We got nothing. Got 250 back in bounties. Fun. I'm gonna move this cash game to there. And just play 2 cash game tables. Nah, you know what? We'll play another cash game table. If I'm playing, I might as well be 6 tabling. And we're gonna be here. Hopefully, we're gonna be here definitely. Hopefully through the duration of the uppercut PKO, and even more hopefully to the duration of the Benjamin. But we got some work to do here. We're 32 of 41. I almost jammed. We had 7-6 suited on our. We were cut off. Almost jammed. Might have been a good jam, given the people behind us, but folded instead. Pocket 4s here, we raise pre. Everybody folds. Ace King suited now. What do you think, Frank? Oh, we're just gonna rip this. Come on, Frank. Come on, Liam. Put that $39 on the line. Three betting here with Ace Queen. It's our new table. We don't know players. Limp jam here. King 8 not quite good enough. Ace King, Ace Queen here. We're gonna c-bet small and drill a jack on the turn. No, not quite. Jack's gonna be good here. Ace 10, reasonable. Reasonable, it's fine. Don't think they're folding river, probably. If we try to hammer it home. when you call me señorita. Still looking for help in the Benjamin. It's not coming in the form of the 3 deuce off here. Raise here and here, 2 cash game tables. Not on the bounties, none of them absurdly short, so we'll fold to 7-4-0. This one gets through. King Jack suited, 2 flats. Not the board we were looking for, so we will check as well. Raise Jack 9 suited. We get to check here 5 ways. Unfortunately, we have 10-5-0 and the flop is deuce deuce jack, so we're not too excited about the opportunity. Folding a lot of hands. Folded here too, Queen 9. Let's come along with King 8 suited here from the small blind. Flop is Queen 9-7, just one of our hearts on there. All right, this is gonna be us all in the Benjamin, folks. Good luck, us. Pocket jacks, we're all in. All in at risk. We run into kings. All this time waiting. And we moated it with jacks again, this time making quads with the pocket jacks. All right, we've cracked kings twice, once in the cash game, once in the Benjamin here. Now we pick up queens. Queens in the Benjamin we raise. Everybody folds. All right, down here we're going to be all in with pocket 9s. Flair raises 2 big blinds off of 3.3 though, folks. I'm all in with 9-9. They have aces, of course, raising 2 off of 3. You know, 9s versus Queen Jack. Oh my god, we made a 9 though. We're going to maybe take it all. We will take it all. Amazing. We are cracking the overpairs. Oh, this is not super fun off my short stack, but we're going to call here with King Queen. We've got 42% in this one. Jack. The jacks aren't that good to us, apparently. We don't find a jack on the river to make a straight there. Ace deuce gets one over on us. And we're back down to around 10 big blinds. This will be a jam if it folds to us here, but it's not going to. King queen got to be a call there, though, for 9 bigs. Just sad that we can't win the pseudo flip at 42%. King deuce of diamonds here. Raise. Probably fold to a jam. Instead they flat. Now we would call a jam. We bet and they fold. I'm worried, I know who to call. Player just ships it, hunting bounties. Not a bad tactic. Thought about doing that in some situations myself. At this table. Problem is they're a little bit too big to where I don't wanna lose a 40 big blind pot necessarily. On the way. We'll jam here if you fold. All right, good luck us in Benjamin. Ace 8 versus Ace 5, hold. 5 in the window. I mean, we were on borrowed time. We beat jacks with, we beat kings with jacks, but that sucks. Still sucks. Here we got Ace King versus Ace 5. So we win the big ace versus small ace in the $10 tournament. We lose it in the $100 tournament. Sometimes that's just how variance is, man. Like, that's just a super simple back-to-back example of how you can run, you know, running good in your small buy-in and bad in your big buy-in, and it's just going to crush you sometimes. But thankfully, we've got the decent score already locked up and potential for a lot more here in the uppercut PKO, which should at least balance out the night somewhat. But the big buy-in's not going too well for us tonight. I'm gonna see bet here with jacks. We'll check here with 10-8 suited. We flatted the raise from from button. Just gonna fold flop. We don't have a piece of this really. It's on the way. Sadly, the Benjamin is no more, folks. It is no more. Bluff ISO here with Queen 4 in the cash game. They fold. Don't you think? I love when players just continue limping off of, like, this player's been limping since he had heaps and now he's still limping. Just decimating this stack of his. Death by 1,000 fucking cuts. All right, we will tap out. We will not tap out, but we will cut it at 3 cash game tables, though. Rather than, I was saying, if as long as I'm, no, you know what? As long as I'm playing, I should be playing 6 tables. So let's get another cash game table. I already said it once. I'm gonna say it again just to drive the point home for myself. We can battle okay in these cash game tables, I think. Just gotta keep your head on a swivel. Got 2 tournament tables left, the Hamilton and the Overcut PKO. It figures. Traffic jam. You're already late. There's a 2.2 here. 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. Is too right. Hold the king deuce here. It figure. 3 betting here with ace jack of hearts. Take it down on a river. Here we're 3 betting the kings. They call. Flop is ace 10 8. See bet and take that one down. This player with $30 bounty just lost some chips, so they're getting closer and closer to being like isolatable after they jam. We're all of a sudden kind of in contention as Hamilton after being very miserable for a while. We're still not doing amazing. We're 32 of 61 with 48 paid, but could turn it into something. Could turn it into a little something something. Kings here. And 3s here. We'll flat the raise. Not too much we're loving with 3s here. We'll call the raise. Do you have a boat? Yeah. Of course you do. Of course you do. They're always nutted whenever they raise. I think maybe some players will put in a small raise with the queen or jack of diamonds. So we still do call there, but we're just wrong. They don't. They just call. Really out here with the 10 high, with the pair of 10s, top pair. Still six-handed up here. One of the short stacks wins a pot. Splash pot adds 3 big blinds here. We're going to raise with king 10 suited. Call here with jack 10. Flop is 9-3 deuce. Let's bluff. I'm bluffing. You have aces. Good call. Nice hand. I mean, like a lot completes there. 9s and 3s. If we have a 9 or a 3, we're claiming their bounty. But they're not backing down with the ace, and that's perfectly reasonable. That does suck because we had a commanding lead. We didn't really need to blast off there, but I thought we actually could bluff that player off a decent number of holdings. None of the flush draws completed, but they had the other thing that was strong, which was aces. We don't want to bluff a lot in PKOs, but that felt like a run out where we definitely could bluff. There's a heart draw, there's a club draw. They both put brick on river. We have all the 9s and 3s. They probably fold a lot of things, but not ace. They're going to go after the bounty here. Hate to see it because we want the chance at this bounty. Would love if they would raise fold here. That would be just glorious. Just got, you don't want to, this is not the one, Frank. This is not the one yet. You be patient. Be patient, Frank. Frank! Good job, Frank. Changing a tire. What's a jack for? Call that hand the changing the tire. Jams from the button, called by queen 10, 9-10 up against queen 10. No 9 found. Shorty doubles. Patience is rewarded, see? A Greyhound station. We call these two bounties if they ship it in for sure. Definitely can be dominated, but it's worth the $30 lark. But we just get it through. Raise here. Here we'll raise as well over the limp. Bet on turn here from the short stack. And kind of a bricky river. That's river as well. King 7 value owns themselves against pair 9s. Pair 7s against pair 9s. Ace Jack is likely the best hand here. I don't think we could call by worse though. I wish we could. We're not going to go after this with 3 do so. Check. Yes, we are good. We'll take 40% with 8-4 suited here. We 3-bet after this player raised. We flop a 4. Hold. Yay! Another 1750 coming our way. Nearing the bubble here, but we've got a very strong hand. Whoa. And speaking of very strong hands, we flop a set here. Ace King suited, we raise, we take. 8-4-0. We call 100%. We call every hand we hold here against this guy. I'm not folding, sir. One big blind. We will fold if you jam now. I love it. They fold. Amazing. We barreled the 8s on the turn and they folded. We had a set of 8s. Ace King here. I'm gonna ship it in this guy's eye. You come along too. Let's do this. Let's do this, Frank. All right, we're all in. Ace King versus Ace Jack. Hold. For a huge bounty in pot. Hold, no jacks. Hold. No. Oh my gosh, we lived by the jacks earlier tonight. Now we die by the jack on the river. That's so sick. Yes, that is sick. Oh my gosh, that's so sick. That's all the chips It's all the chips and a huge bounty. Don't tell me you have a jack again. Maybe we should just fold turn, keep the chips, but second pair top kicker. All right, kings, come on. This is where the $30 bounty comes in, and I feel better about losing that fucking hand. You have to ship your chips in sometime, Frank. Go ahead, ISO. Kings versus fours. All right, we got the bounty. Was really hoping they would have an ace and ISO. Not obviously not post flop, but we're hoping they'd have an ace pre flop and ISO. All right, we're third of four now. We've locked up. We got 172 in bounties plus 77 in the cash. So that's 240 here. And all these hearts, they race from self-control. Raising here with Queen Jack suited. Chips are flying here on the FT. I have a $91 bounty in this $20 tournament. Crazy. They all go in on the river. Ace 9 loses to a set of jacks, a rivered set of jacks. They were ahead the whole way, though. Just stringing them along. Nice hand. All right, 3 of 3 we play from here. Not where we thought we would be moments ago, but it's where we are. Stay close. My bounty is so big, it's gonna be so hard to like actually bluff. We'd prefer to take a massive flip. Or a massive like 80-20, because we're gonna get called pretty wide with this huge bounty on our head. So now that's 103 locked up with another ladder. So we've locked up like 274 in this one. Ever remember, always remember the sound of the stereo. Yeah. We realized it's so late and this walk that we shared. Walk. Amazing. We'll pay it forward here. Well, never mind. And I knew. Jack 10 here. Hello. That's not really that interesting. Queen, queen, queen. Big stack folds in that one. All right, our button here. What do we got? 9-6 suited. We're not coming in. I love that this guy is given walks from the small blind when I have this heaping fucking bounty. So great. We have made it ITM here. You know what? Let's give this the final table love now that I think about it. Make that one orange. But we're ITM here in the Hamilton. We've locked up 1858. We were in this one on 2 bullets, maybe. Yeah, 2 bullets, but so roughly break even. We're in for 20 out for 1850 so far. Down here, we'll raise the 8s in the cash. It's been raised, Jack 9 suited. Did I get it through? The fuck? They folded? That shouldn't happen when I have a bounty this big. Down here, we will set mine with 8s. Flop is 10-7-5. 10-7-5. All right, and we're just gonna jam here. Huge bounty on offer with ace king suited. They should want to call pretty wide. We have this, yeah, we have this gigantic bounty. This is what we were hoping for. Ace king versus king 10. Just looking to hold, please. No, queen or a king. Queen or a king. Oh, that's so gross. Oh God, we lost ace king to ace jack and ace king to king 10 to get eliminated from that tournament. Yuck, man, yuck. I can't believe you're snap calling river with ace queen. Get out of my pot! Why do these people not fold? They should be folding. I have all of those cards. Fuck out of here. We call it a 3-bet here. I think I'm gonna wrap the stream here, folks, though. But we're gonna play these kings first. Should have played those kings, Mike. And we're just gonna be folding here in this one, probably. Deuces are just good? Come on. Kings here. Am I gonna burn a whole bunch of chips, pull a bunch of money before? Yep. All right. You know what? I'm gonna call it there. We're gonna assess what the evening turned into tonight. We still got upside in the. We still got. Oh, hold on. We still got upside here in the Hamilton, but we're gonna close all the cash game tables and see where we stand while we check this board here. Double gut shot. It's not nothing. Would love a check through here. Nope, gonna be folding this. Let's see. As of right now, we're down 44.70 on the day, so it's break even. Ish, because we've got 1858 locked up here. So whatever we can make in the if we can get past down 44.70, if we can get past, if we can FT the Hamilton, we'll be profitable, but otherwise we'll be within like striking distance of break even. God, this one was so brutal, dude. We had the chip lead and then ace king less than ace jack, and then ace king less than ace jack and ace king less than king 10. Disgusting. Disgusting. That's a nice profit on the evening if we can win those hands. We just freaking hammerlock on the table. We would have like knocked out this guy. We would have gotten heads up with them. Yeah. I mean, even if we lose the first one and then we win this one, we're just right in the mix here 3 ways with the ability to snag these bounties. Gosh. Oh, what might have been kind of night, but we will be back to do it all again tomorrow night, I think, folks. We'll be back for a Wednesday night stream tomorrow night, and then I believe, as a very special announcement, and I'll be posting this on socials as well, I believe I will be live on Nio's stream, bringing back the dual stream on Thursday night. So look forward to that. Thursday night dual stream over on Nio's channel, twitch.tv/Nio1. That's right, a Nio stream, a dual stream. But for now, I'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks so much for being here tonight, folks. Good night. Peace. Later. Bye-bye.